in Heera Hospital. She's been a dietitian with more than 15 years of experience, and so now I welcome her to this.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good morning all. I myself, Heera. I was working with for a few years, and now I am with Rashid Hospital as a dietitian. And I would like to share a few informations which would help you in the future and now whatever. And moreover, I would like to start with a beautiful quote from Sir Jules. It is, love yourself enough to live a healthy lifestyle. Love yourself. It's very, very, very important. Whatever you do in your life should reach its result, right? So we should love ourselves. We doesn't have even a pen without any scratch or any faded paint or paint or something, but still we use it. But most of us see, a lot of things which is not liking by ourselves within ourselves. So love yourself first thing. And these things I'm sure that Dr. Srikumar, you know better than anybody now, because you are in a safer hand, and he explains very well all these things. So I'm not going to go into this, just to show that what I'm starting with. Now, trigger factors of psoriasis. First one is stress, and Dr. Lalita explained very well about the yoga, meditation and everything, which would really help you to reduce your stress levels. It's very important because it is a gifted emotion in the life here. Back home, somebody is, few people are here alone staying, leaving their family back country, and somebody have family here but going through very stressful days. Whatever, it is a gifted emotion. Second thing is alcohol. Along with that, I would like to note about the cigarette smoking as well. And injury to health in any reason, any pattern. Some medications and infections. You all know about these factors. Sri Buddha have said that to keep the body in good health is a duty. Otherwise, we shall not be able to keep our mind strong and clear. Please remember all these things. Coming back to our emotions, it's very important. It's related to exercise, it's related to your diet, everything. Okay? Stay healthy always. Few diet recommendations for people with psoriasis. First one is lose weight, including me. It depends actually. Second thing, eat a heart healthy diet and avoid trigger factors. Trigger factors like the few foods which would increase the inflammation or support the inflammation, whatever it is. Refined sugar, then red meat, processed food, dairy products. I'm so sorry about this fact because 101% we depend on our dairy products. Try out for few days or 1 month at least and feel the difference, how it support you, with your dietings. And less alcohol, limit your alcohol intake. And omega-3 fatty acids, whole grains, plants. And I would like to inform you one more thing, that psoriasis actually, if you go for a plant-based diet rather than a full meal of red meat and dairy products and everything, if you go for a diet with very limited meat products and very limited dairy products, definitely it will help you to support your situation. Okay? And healthy eating plate, which will give you an idea, which here you can see the vegetable part is very, very, very big portion, and coming to fruit and healthy protein means the lean protein and whole grains. Okay? What foods can be considered and what foods can be avoided? Actually, this is something which confuses everybody. To be frank, there is no foods that you have to avoid completely and to include completely. It's a fact. So, and psoriasis, to an extent, you can keep it in control, and you cannot be it's like cure like that. You know about the fact. And what foods will give you a support if you take in that way, and what food will support you if you omit that for a certain extent. Fruits and vegetables, because anti-inflammatory foods which are generally healthy will help you. And fruits and vegetables, especially these berries, vitamin C rich foods and green leafies. Then certain fishes which is really high in omega-3, like your sardines, everything. And antioxidant herbs like thyme, sage. These are not familiar spice to all Indians, I know. These are which we can sometimes when we eat pizzas, pastas. Those all kind of food has this, but try using saute veg with all these kinds of light spice. It's very flavored, but not like deep flavored like how we use the masalas. And heart healthy sources of fat like olive oil, seeds and nuts. Enjoy your traditional food, but at the same time control yourself in this way as well, so you can feel the difference. And some foods can be worse, which makes your situation worse is processed foods. And cutting out of red meat, it helps a lot to support, to improve your healthy lifestyle and to reduce the intensity of this psoriasis and the dairy products as well. Stress. How you can reduce your stress? When the clients comes to us for a good advice for diet, first thing we ask them to reduce. Sometimes they say, "Ma'am, we don't have time, and I cannot get up early for doing exercises." Lot of justifications for not doing things, but there is a way which you can see and do your things as well. Do you skip your office works? No, because we need this, right? So we go. So why can't you stay healthy to earn more, right? So this is something which kills a good part of our life, that is stress. How you can control or reduce your stress? While meditation is a very good, because I myself I did not go for any class, Dr. Lalita, but I really whatever. But I have seen a lot of YouTube videos, that's what I was wondering, and I have done few things. Actually, I will tell you the fact, it relaxes you a lot. But unfortunately, I couldn't continue for maybe I'm lazy, And meditation, journaling, read something which you like. It's very, instead of spending your lifetime on your gadgets, lot of things you are missing out. One thing is your beautiful family life, the emotions which others needs to spread towards you, to share with you, their sadness, their happiness, and their experiences, or the day which they have gone through, the situations. All these things they will not share once they see you sitting with us. I myself have felt that I want to share something. When I approach the person, when they sit like this, kalas, my things are flying away. Okay, and I have seen this in a lot of my clients who came to us. First thing I requested humbly that to keep your gadget aside, open your eyes and see around. There are people who want to come to you, to talk to you. Maybe it will melt your stress to an extent as well. And breathing exercise is really supportive. And when I am having, as a woman, I am going through a lot of stress. And when I do at least 2 to 3 times, when I take a deep breath, it relaxes me a lot. And I have experienced it so that. And yoga, yes, it is a fact that it can help you and it can support you with your stress and everything. And I don't know how many of us are familiar with the term metabolic syndrome. In few decades ago or few years ago, it was like diabetes, then heart disease, then coming to blood pressure, everything was separated, and the doctor used to say, okay, this is your condition, but now it is a group. It is linked. If diabetes is there, it's a chance for getting blood pressure in a very later years. Then it comes to your cholesterol. So it is a triangle relationship. And when you are developing this blood pressure problem and your triglyceride level high, definitely goes to cardiac issues as well. And we have seen a lot of patients, lot of clients in that way as well. And so sad, you know, once we are seeing the patients with the diabetic issues, then and there we start counseling them. Okay, these are the way, these are the things, so you please control. They will not realize until and unless they land up in a big issue later. From there, they will think where I stood and where I am standing now. It's a big journey. Okay, so those who have diabetes, please make sure that it is otherwise known as silent killer. This diabetes is otherwise known as silent killer. It will be active only if you ignore it. Like how a baby in our family, we take care about our baby, right? Because if you don't care, we are sure that it will spoil some or other thing. It will spill out things, it will go pull out electric wires, blah blah blah, a lot of things it will do at home. Same thing your diabetes. If you care like a baby, it will not hurt you. It will be with you, but it will not hurt you. The moment you ignore it, there starts the bang. From left and right, you will get a lot of issues. And remember, diabetes is something which from the hair to the nail, it can catch you in different ways, because the cells in our body is damaging. And if you are not giving it proper supply with your exercise and your diet and everything, these cells are not going to improve the in quality. Rather than it damage one by one, and later on we will end up in a big issue. Okay. And strengthen of association. I mean, those who have this condition, as she said, I don't want to express yourself as, there are patients, this, that, and all. It's a condition. We all have, I have some medical issues, and she has some medical issues, he has some medical issues. We all have some conditions, okay? Take it in that way. Cheer up and always think in a positive way. Smile at yourself. That is one thing. As soon as you get up, look in the mirror, smile at yourself. Say, I am healthy, I am good. And I'm going to run my show. Okay? And psoriasis and metabolic syndrome has they are good friends, I can say. Okay? To an extent, yes, you can, there are 20 to 50% of chances more for the psoriatic patients to get the disease conditions, you know, maybe diabetes or whatever it is. They are more prone to be in that way. So what we can do is now itself start living a healthy life. And this is something which I wanted to introduce in yourself. It is intermittent fasting. I'm not sure how many of you have heard about this term, but nowadays in few areas or this is a trend. Actually, it helps a lot. Before saying something to my clients, I always try to experience or try to do in myself. So I know I have felt sick as well a lot of times, but still it's an experience, or maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. But it makes me confident to talk to my clients. Okay, I have did this intermittent fasting, and it have given me a very good result. In the busy life, we are lacking exercise and dieting. Few days you will do, few days you will not do. And coming to this part, it's a fasting for few hours, and by taking your food in a very limited way. You can eat, but it will be a healthy choices of food again. There will be lean meat, that kind of proteins as well, and everything included. But after some time, you are going to put your body in a fasting mode. So whatever you have eaten, even wrong, it will get distributed in the body in the correct way. Means it will not get deposited in your body. In our lifestyle here, what I have seen is the main meal of the day is dinner. As the saying says itself, like breakfast eat like an emperor, lunch like a king, and dinner like a beggar. We are doing it in the ulta. Breakfast, most of us skipped out. Lunch, if you get time, you will snack something. Dinner, you are waiting for it. Yes, it's my time and I am going to eat. And maybe half an hour or 1 hour, you are going to bed. So where this food is getting burned out. No ways. It is going here. For seeing one organ, I will deposit it here. Okay, adipose tissue or your lower abs, wherever it gets space, go and deposit there. Again, the show is repeating on the next day. So in the bargain, who is the loser? It's we. It's each of us, right? So sometimes for some day, at least 3 days in a week, try and skip out in this way and tone yourself. Start doing meditations, yogas, breathing exercises, and be healthy. Try out this. It's like, different types of, in different ways you can do fast. It's a simple fast, cycle fast, strong fast, but always take a good opinion from your medical practitioner before you do something. Because of your diabetes condition, how long you can be fasting, do fast, and the medications which you are taking, I do not want those to, to give you the other effect than expecting for the good. Okay, so always have a talk with your medical practitioner and do this, because my ultimate intention is losing weight. People are not doing that because in the dinner time, if you are coming and if you are making a good dish, definitely we are humans, and the smell itself, the aroma itself will feel you going to the food and take 2 pieces, nothing will happen. That's the thing. But that is your feeling that the effect is not like that. Okay, and fasting definitely doesn't mean like nil per mouth. You can take some sort of drinks. Some studies says that coffee without sugar and it supports the autophagy. It's a cell recreation, that process in the body. This coffee without sugar, when you are fasting, you can just sip in between, is good. But again, if you are a migraine patient, if you are having any other issues, you have to think in that aspect as well. And what are the benefits of intermittent fasting? It will helps burning the abdominal deposit of fat, which if you see a person, it's like it's a one, right? Like how you write one and a fitting over here, unwanted fitting. This area, that's your abdomen, right? A few years back, this person was not like this, but as she's mentioned, the sedentary lifestyle will give this body shape to you if you are not taking care. Second thing, helps in reducing weight. It's very important because the metabolic disease or metabolic syndrome needs, or it wants reduce weight. You to reduce weight. If you reduce weight, half of your problems are solved, including this psoriasis. Helps in muscle toning and to increase muscle density in people who does exercise regularly, because you see your organs are getting space to act, to give you good circulation in your blood, in your body, and your emotions, your thinking, the way of style, everything will change once you start reducing your weight. If you are overweight, you do not believe yourself. Once you start losing around 5 kg, your confidence increases, the way of thinking changes, and the way which you used to see people will change. I mean, always we will be having a negative feeling for each and everything we do. That all will change. Means you need to change yourself. Metabolic diseases, like as I said, your cholesterol, your diabetes, everything. Helps blood circulation. Yes, and finally you can stay healthy, stay young as well. Huh? It's very important. And increasing your concentration. If you do something, it will fly away. Half of your things are flying away. That can be also corrected, and helps to get an overall changes mentally, physically, and thereby stay young. And a good way of doing this fasting, for after reading a lot and after going through a lot of articles, what I felt for normal people is to do a intake within 8 hours of the day, and the balance hours you are going for a fasting. Means when I used to work with Sir and team, when I get people who work till late night, when I request, it's not an instruction, I used to beg at least, to stop your intake by around 6 p.m. or 4 p.m. and let your food burn in your body. Let your body utilize it in the wise way. And you can maybe in the late, ma'am, what we will do if I feel hungry in the night, go for a salad or a fruit. It's not in the list actually. It is not in our list. Even if you are going for a fruit, it will be banana. So think, whoever has diabetes, this is one of the questions which they raise, that can I eat banana? And there are dietitians who supports banana. I mean, you can eat one in. For me, I don't support any tropical fruits, to be frank. Once in a way, yes, because if you see badminton play, you can see in between getting a small gap for eating something, they are going and grabbing a banana for themselves to stay healthy. Means as soon as you eat the stuff, it will raise or it will rush the glucose in your blood. It will refresh you at the moment. Think about a diabetic patient who is eating banana. If you are going into a hypo condition, if you are going to a, yes, there you demand it. And juices as well. And always remember, fruit as fruit, water as water. I do not want anybody to go for a fruit juice, and she's my daughter. I will not let her also to buy any stuff from. Sometimes she looks like, what is this? Yes, I know what it is inside. And we have patients, who comes from works with Marmam company, Lakmel companies and all in the wards. When we go and approach them, in our hospital, we do give juices sometimes, okay? Fresh juice and bottled juice as well. They request us, ma'am, can you skip this out from my diet? He is on the normal diet. Why? I'm working with the company, I know how they give. I don't want any more evidences, right? So okay, fine. It's a new information for us as well. What they're doing there, he will not reveal it, but he know how they are doing it. So always go for a fresh fruit juices. If you are not able to get a fruit at the time, if you are in a long queue, and if you are on a long trip to some distance places, and if you are unable to get something to eat, go for a fresh juice. There is no harm in that. But coming to daily life, fruit as fruit, water as water. And when we were studying the college period, coming to water portion, a lot of topics were over, and at last our ma'am reached with water. She said, okay, I'm going to give you a lecture about water. Water, na, we know what it does. And from childhood days, we are hearing from our parents as well. Water is very important for us. We all closed our book and we said, my God, when I saw the water book, it was this much. Comparatively, our physiology book, that book, this book, and all, it was really big. Then she started, it took a long time to finish, long periods to finish to explain what water does in your body. So that's important is water, the pure water. Drink water more and drink your juices less, okay? And observe twice, start with at least 2 days in a week, intermittent fasting. And you can, again, when you search for such things, you will get a lot of informations from the media. And all are not correct as well. It is, when I see for yoga, my God, some positions when I see, I feel, I am scared myself to do it. How can a beginner do like that? Then I start reading from other aspect of this one, and then I started talking to people who does yoga. Then I realized, no, that is not the right pose for the beginner. So always take the right opinion from the right person. Okay. So kindly check on this and do those who does not have enough time to do exercise, to do this one, and always start exercise by losing around 2 to 3 kgs at least, because I want you to feel light when you start something. Okay. And it's a gift, our health. So please maintain it, stay healthy, and see you again. Thank you so much.